Hey, so I just got done at the gym and making an idea came across about a video to make, and it's the idea. I don't know where I heard it. It's the idea of something called a pain box or a pain button, and you can use it for pleasure too. So it's a pain idea to learn about pain and pleasure and working through things. So when when you go through something really painful, then you will remember that, and it hurts. So if there's a box and there's a ball in the box, at first when you go through something and it's really painful, that ball rolls around and it hits a button, and so that's what we call the pain button, and it hurts. Every time it goes over the button, it really hurts. And so I'm getting my phone all propped up, but here, I'll draw you a picture. So at first, when you go through something, there is a button. There's a button right in the middle, and in this box there is a ball, and at first this ball is huge. So every time it rolls over that button, it pushes the button, and it hurts. It triggers the pain, bad, deep, hard. So with time, as you work through things, so the button is there, and this ball gets smaller and smaller. So after a while, this thing will be just a tiny speck, and it'll be bouncing around in here, but not very often will it hit the button. But when it does, it still triggers that hurt and deep pain. So that helped me to work through stuff, but it also works with pleasure too. So if you do something and right at first it feels so good, then that's the same. It's hitting your pleasure button. So, and then with time, whatever was fun and gave you that much pleasure, that ball gets smaller and smaller, and every once in a while it hits the button, and that memory comes up, and you say, wow, that was a really nice memory. I like that, So it can work both ways, but it's easy to use the pain side because that really resonates with people, and you say, oh yeah, I know that, So if you have went through something tough and right now every day hurts and it just sucks bad, have faith and believe and trust that with time you will be able to deal with it a little more easier, and it'll be less often that will hit that button and trigger that pain. But definitely you have to work through the stuff. You can't just not work through it and hope that with time you'll forget about it and it'll get smaller. Like if you work through it and get help, and so pain is working through it and getting help and trying to make that ball smaller as fast as you can, and so you can deal with life. It doesn't run your life. But on the other side, with pleasure, oftentimes if it's something, well, a good healthy pleasure, all right? So if it's like you accomplished a goal and that brought you great pleasure, then we will try to find ways to hang on to that. We want that to last as long as we can keep it. So I hope that little thought experiment and that little illustration helps you. Have a good day and stay warm out there, all right?